there, it's Catherine from Moonstarlodge in Central Ontario. I don't often mention in the beginnings of these videos that I worked in parapsychology in university for 7 years, as well as doing my degree in psych. And I don't usually mention that I've been a spiritualist minister. I was ordained and licensed after many years of training, and then transferred my license to an Indigenous charity where I work as an officiant and licensed by the province to do weddings. And I've run, as I have said in the past, Moonstarlodge for about 40 years, post-university. And we work in shamanism and we work in healing and the divine connection between moving from our physical world in the third dimension to the field of all possibilities, that conscious, creative, great mystery energy that permeates everything on this planet and in fact the universe. So what we dream and what we intend and what we put out there, our thoughts, our actions, create our reality. We do create our reality. And with every heartbeat and every breath, every thought, we can make and do great good in the world or cause ourselves inadvertently trauma and distress by negative thinking and behavior fueled with perhaps too much of good things like alcohol or what have you. So I come to this reading with these thoughts because we are starting the week with this full moon, which is today on the Monday of this reading. This reading runs from the 16th to the 22nd. We're coming out of an eclipse and the moon is in perigee, which means it is in its closest position in its orbit around the Earth. And it's the grandmother, as I have talked about in previous videos, of listening woman. And she's the grandmother of this fifth moon cycle. She's all about listening to what the ancestors have to tell us. The previous grandmother, looks far woman, was the clairvoyant. This grandmother is the clairaudient, and she's listening for direction. So I have a collection of cards which might seem very disparate for this full moon, but it's important that we get their information. I used these same decks in the previous week with the waxing energy building to this full moon. So if you do at the end like this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we're doing a draw for a free reading and or a deck of cards, not and or, if you would rather have your own deck of cards from the ones I have here. And it's important to support channels that you like, because it certainly helps with visibility on these platforms. Anyway, all that being said, let's go to the cards. So I'm using for the tarot this new one called the Radiant Sun, and it's a dandy. I've been playing with it for a week now. So the Marigold Tarot is for an ancestor card. The Queen of the Moon Oracle is for the Moon card. The Star Lenormand, I think that's what it's called, Stardust Lenormand. Here, the Messenger Oracle, the Isis cards, and I can never think of the name of this deck. It's Secrets of a Mystic Grove. Any deck that has a lady with birds and flowers in her hair is all right by me. Anyway, here are the Radiant Tarot cards, and as I mentioned, the other cards. So we start the week on this full moon with the World. We've come to the end of a cycle. It's a completion. It's creative. It's an opportunity here to think about the next stages of our journey. It's clarified here. The ancestor card is the King of Wands. Wands are the fire element. It's our spirit. It's our passion. So we come at this with the clarity of the King of Wands, and that's really important. This king is absolutely who we want to be when we're looking at the journey ahead. We have the Three of Pentacles. This is creative and it's co-creative. We're usually working with allies, and it's clarified by togetherness. This is loyalty, fellowship, and bonding. So the lady with the birds in her hair has three animals, a lion, what looks like a leopard, and a pussycat. Oh, she has more than that. She has a pair of leopards or cheetahs, possibly. Anyway, so we are moving into a new cycle. We're in a good space spiritually. We are going to work collectively, apparently, this week. And we have the Six of Swords. This also clarifies a new direction. You're taking this in a direction which you have determined, so you've got the intellectual aspect working together with the fire of spirit. What's interesting to me here is the Isis card is the card called cartouche. Cartouche are these little blocks that the hieroglyphs were written in. And this is the divine names of power. So you are being helped by powerful spiritual allies, be they masters, teachers, ancestors, guides, angels, but you need to invoke them. When we speak or write out or journal these names of the divine helpers that we know that we have, we are enacting or creating, co-creating the reality we wish, knowing that we've got helpers. And here's the helpers card, right? You are functioning as the High Priestess, which is again the epitome of connection intuitively, the one who knows exactly what to do, how to do it, and how to connect with the mysterious. From the other end, you have this white raven, and this white raven is the keeper of the access to the void. In indigenous cultures, crows and ravens are the call to the shaman, particularly raven. And this bird is the white raven, which is about bringing peaceful messages and doing something, going into the void or the field of all possibilities, which is what shaman do. We are trained to be psychopomps, which is to help people transition at death. We are also trained how to go into the great mystery or the field of all possibilities. But this card is saying, bring back something not just for yourself, but something that's going to affect the world, your immediate world at least, and that has the butterfly effect. By the end of the week, we're experiencing the Nine of Cups. We're experiencing a new set of feelings of not just the intuition that's here, but hopes and dreams satisfied and completed. What makes that is our sheer will. That's what this card is, our will. And that's really important to know that we, now this is the card of the waxing gibbous 4. We're actually now in waning as after today, but it's our will, and will comes from clarity. Clarity comes from here, comes from here, comes from here, comes from here, and it comes from here. So this is all about moving forward. By the end of the week, we are the Knight of Pentacles. We're taking these things we're creating, with great speed and energy and fury and moving forward, knowing we have the information we need. And the final card here is the garden. The garden is a mysteriously beautiful place here. It's where we meet people in Lenormand. It's a sense of community. The ancestors are very obviously pictured, the star people, but it's a wonderful card of success and community. You can flip the camera, Brian. So this is a powerful week. We are not being hit by any negative tsunamis from Mercury being in retrograde. We are using this incredible power of the moon, this perigee moon, to make good some incredible things, not just in our own lives, but for the world. And that's an incredibly powerful reading. It strikes me as being as powerful as last Wednesday's reading, which is over on Instagram if you haven't seen it. They speak to working together, and that's really important. Anyway, Miigwech, thank you for watching, and have a wonderful week full of great energy, peace, and joy. Make it so. Aho.